Yo, yo, yo.
How are you, brother?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hear you just fine.
Cool, cool. You look like you in the Matrix or something, man.
I know, huh?
That's fire. I gotta step my game up, man. I'm just in regular reality. I'm just in a bedroom.
Oh, pardon the cough, brother. I'm so glad we're not face to face, man.
Yeah, it's all good,
Got this
man.
cough, I'd be coughing all on you, man. I appreciate your time. How are you, Kassa?
I'm good, man. Glad to be here, man. Good to be chopping it up.
We were just 30 seconds away from me doing this out of my truck.
They say that doing that in cars is good because the sound, like the room is kind of like a recording booth. The way
Okay.
that, yeah, yeah, they was like, it was like a life hack thing. It was like, if you do it in a car, that joint will sound fire. I was like, huh.
Got so it's acoustically appropriate for Zoom, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I never
Well,
did it,
guess
but
what, bro? Well, the funny thing is, I'm in a practice room, actually a teaching room. I work
uh-huh.
for the School of Rock. I teach
Oh,
voice, drums, and bass to kids and adults.
where's that at?
This is in San Jose,
Oh,
California. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, fire, man. Well, let me know, man. I like teaching. I
Oh, that's
love
awesome, man. That would be very interesting. So we're gonna take that offline, okay?
holla at me.
Okay, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, we are with drummer, producer, songwriter, composer, DJ, MC, Kassa Overall. Um, just a big shout out to you, brother. I've been following you since we did an interview a couple of years ago.
Man, thank you for having me, bro. It's good to be here, man.
Definitely. You know what? I'm gonna start right off the top like I usually end it. But do you remember our interview last time? Do you remember me?
I remember you, but
Good.
I'm
That's
trying to
that's
remember
good
the
enough.
I don't remember the interview. Like, where is it online or in real life? I'm trying to remember where and when.
It was actually you were coming to San Jose and you were also you were doing a West Coast run.
Yep.
You did the Black Cat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you had some Fire Cats up there in San Francisco, and then you know what? You might have been here a couple of times because I remember catching the San Francisco show, but I think you came back at a different time for a San Jose run.
This is true. I played at the Black Cat like numerous. I was one of the first people to play at the Black Cat when they opened up, and then yeah, I definitely played at the San Jose Jazz Fest, and I had on a bright suit. That's
Yeah.
that's all I remember.
Okay, I remember that too. Remember that too. All right, so I'm gonna take you back. Then we're gonna go forward.
Sounds good.
All right, you still on the smart foods diet? That was the
You know
conversation we
what? Yeah,
had.
yeah, we was talking about not, what's funny, man? This is crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
so I'm always researching like diets and how to eat and be more healthy and this and that.
Uh-huh.
And I've been trying to like bulk up and hit the weights and all that stuff. So starting about 4 or 5 months ago, I started eating meat again, man.
Okay.
And everybody around me was like, "What?" Cause I stopped eating meat like 2017, and I
Yep.
was vegan sometimes, but yeah, I was researching like how to bulk up and this and that, and I stopped eating bread and chips and carbs and soda, and I'm just on like organic meats and veggies and hitting the weights.
I know, see, I flipped it on us this time
Hey.
because my last question was, "Hey, brother, can you cook?" And he was like, "Bruh, man." We went on smart foods, kale, like good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. I'm still with the kale. I'm still with it though. Like I made some chicken with kale
Yeah,
last night actually.
very nice. See, there we go. Now, does it bring it back to you a little bit?
Yes.
All right, good enough. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I didn't hit you up in advance and say we weren't going to use profanity. I didn't hit you up and say we weren't going to talk about pricing. So now we know. We
Yep.
got that out the way. We can talk about anything else.
That sounds good.
All right, Kassa Overall. Spell your name. Give us your website so that people already know who we talking to.
Okay, so this is Kassa Overall. That's Kassa with a K. Kassa, last name Overall, just like it sounds. Overall. And you can find me. I'm active on Instagram, Kassa Overall, Twitter, Kassa Overall, and KassaOverall.com. Pretty much any social media or search engine, you're gonna use that. Kassa Overall, straight up.
All right, very nice. Tell me about G-Funk. A lot of people don't even know what G-Funk means. What does G-Funk stand for? Because
Well,
I saw it in your bio, West Coast
yeah,
G-Funk. Okay.
yeah. So, I mean, G-Funk in itself, right?
Mhm.
I would assume that stands for gangster funk, right? And
Okay.
you're talking about the Snoop and Dre era, and then all the other artists as well. There was a ton of artists coming out of California, the Bay Area, even up in Seattle.
Okay.
We was infected by that sound, right? And
Gotcha.
a lot of that was because you had P Funk, right, from the Parliament
Okay.
days and
Okay.
George Clinton and all of that. And obviously, with hip hop, one of the biggest elements of hip hop is sampling. So the style of music that created G Funk was really, it was a lot of it was sample based, and you're pulling from the P Funk sound and other artists that come out of that sound, and you're making these West Coast beats, and you talking about the life of the gangster life, and not necessarily all gangster, but that was the kind of perspective. Cats was talking about that to
Okay.
those type of beats, man.
Okay.
Heavy bass, heavy kick drums, high pristine crystalline production. You know what I mean? The beat sounded like diamonds, man. It sounded like money, man.
Yeah. Okay. And the reason I asked that is because this is going to lead into my other question about the another correlation or another descriptive of you was related to underground. So we
Hmm.
have the G funk and then the underground. Now unpack underground for me, then I'm gonna ask you something else.
So underground, first off, G Funk has above ground and underground elements to it, right? But the underground sound, it wasn't trying to sound flashy. It wasn't trying to sound like you was pulling up in a new whip and had on a lot of jewelry and stuff. The underground sound was more organic. It's more like if you go to the grocery store and get some carrots, but it's still got the leaves on it, and it's like it's a little more dirt in tune with it. It's not so much about the money, and I think that coming from the underground, you actually can talk about more because you don't have to keep up the you don't have to always look like you got a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like sometimes if you if you trying to come commercial, you always got to have that sound and that look. But the underground is it's more like expansive to me.
I like how you broke that down. You unpacked it very well. So that leads me to saying, and I want to be careful how I say this. Um, G Funk and underground. If I weren't connected to either, it would seem like it wants to stay separate or non-inclusive. But is just the opposite the truth?
Yes.
Break that down for me.
Well, from you're talking about the details of one
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
right? So if you take an orange, for example, right?
Mhm.
Everything inside the orange is the orange, right? So from a distance, it's just an orange. So when you talk about rap and hip hop, right? From a distance, it's rap and hip hop. It's all this music that comes, inspired primarily by black people in a specific time window of humanity,
Mhm.
right? But once you get into the details of that orange, you got the skin, which is orange. you got you got the part under the skin, the little white part that got a lot of nutrients but don't taste like nothing. And
Gotcha.
then you got the inside, which is juicy and sweet and tastes good, right?
Things, yeah.
Right. So it's all these different things inside of it that are actually quite opposite from each other. You know, the skin don't taste good, the inside do, but it's all the orange. You feel me?
Got it.
So that's how I would think about that.
Okay, solid, man. So I just want to hear your spin on it because it's all good. You know, there are pieces of it that just and you mentioned the outside of orange isn't good. A lot of times they scrape some of that out off and make it a zest.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
My girl do that.
Okay.
She always,
All
that's how
right.
you know she actually making something fire, because she'll say, hold up.
Hold
Put a,
up. Put the
scrape a little zest on there. You say, okay, we going to call an area. We're going to
yeah,
call an area.
exactly. So see, that's why these arts they just intertwine with each other and they all make a beautiful dish, man.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us what's so now that we went back a little bit, let's move it forward. I'll tell you what I do like. I was checking out your work on Gary Bart's
Mm-hmm.
fire. I'm digging your work on Theo Cocker.
Mm-hmm.
Fire. All right. Cool enough. Now what do you have that you want to talk about?
Well, I just put out a new mixtape like 4 days ago. And
Oh.
it's called, speaking of the underground, this is good because it's called Shades 3, right?
Okay.
And I did two mixtapes before that called Shades of Flu 1 and Shades of Flu 2.
Got it.
And what these were was they were remix albums, where this is right in the beginning of the first lockdown,
Okay.
where I would take music of all my homies, different jazz musicians, and also some of the OGs, Miles Davis and different folks and Herbie Hancock, and I would remix all of these tracks and make like a 40-minute mix. You play it like one DJ set,
Okay.
and I put these up on Bandcamp, and you could download them for free. They're very promotional. They're meant for everybody to just have, and it's an underground technique because in the world of hip hop, the mixtape was like a very important aspect of it, where you're taking other works and reprocessing it and putting your spin on it, and so I just put out a third one called Shades 3, and
Okay.
you can only find that on Bandcamp. We made hats and hoodies and t-shirts, and so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And also got more new music coming out soon, like in the next few months. We're going to start talking about a lot of more music and more tour dates. We're going to be hitting the road hard, so
Very nice.
this is kind of just a little moment before things get crazy, and I'm excited to just look at it, from this perspective.
That's awesome, man. Talk about some tour dates. You're coming to the Bay Area. When are you
Yeah.
coming? What's
Yeah,
happening?
so San Jose, I'm gonna be out there on February 22nd,
Yep.
and that's gonna be a fun show. I actually got a 5-piece with me, plus a guest vocalist named Jay Horde.
Okay.
And Jay Horde's one of the dopest singers based in New York right now.
Mhm.
And that was kind of a last minute addition. And we got Tomoki Sanders
Mhm.
on sax and percussion. Tomoki's the offspring of Pharoah Sanders.
Okay.
Ian Finkelstein from Detroit playing keys.
Boards. Okay.
Benji Alance
Mhm.
playing percussion. He's a Haitian American percussionist. His pops was a legendary Haitian musician, and the Bay Area's own Julio Xavier on bass. So that's gonna be the band, and then also we'll be at the Black Cat February 16 to 19.
Okay, 16th and 9th. So you get here
16 through 19. So
through
4 nights.
19th.
Yep.
Okay, got a nice run there.
Yeah.
That's solid. That's solid, man. Hopefully I can come check you out up there as well as in San. I know I'm gonna catch the San Jose show.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
holler at me, man. We'll get you that VIP treatment, man.
okay. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I got your number still in my database. All right. Then while I'm doing this, give us your website again and
Yes.
where we can get your music.
So again, my website is kassaoverall.com, KASSAOVERALL. You can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, Amazon, Deezer, and also Bandcamp. I put some things, there are some things I put on Bandcamp only.
Yep, that's you.
Let me silence that. Yeah, the Bandcamp only stuff is cool, man, because I think it's like it gives a chance for the fans that want to dig deeper. You might find me on Spotify on a playlist or whatever, and you go to Bandcamp and there's a whole nother catalog of stuff that's kind of like the shadow list,
Okay.
but it takes a little work because it's not on your normal stream.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit you up on Bandcamp as well.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the Jazz is Dead release, man. That's still rocking with me.
Good, man. I'm glad. Thank you, man. So Theo Croker,
Mhm.
I've been working with Theo since 2003.
Wow.
Okay. That's 20 years. We 20 years deep in the game. He came to Oberlin. He was 2 years under me at
Okay.
Oberlin Conservatory of Music.
Mhm.
And so we've been playing with each other on and off with different bands, different formats since then.
Yeah.
And so that last track, also Gary Bartz teaches at Oberlin.
Mm.
So we also both studied
Wow.
with Gary.
Okay.
And I actually have played in Gary's band. We did a whole tour in Australia a few years back that was one of my favorite musical and traveling experiences
Wow.
ever, man. It was crazy. And so that's that's a family, that's family, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm starting to
Yeah.
feel. I feel that.
So Theo was finishing up an album. He's always finishing an album every 4 months. Every 4 months, he's like, "Hey man, I'm finishing up this joint. You wanna holler? You wanna rap on this, or you got a beat for me?"
Right.
And
That's
the
right.
same with my album. He's on every one of my albums. And
Wow. Solid, man.
so he hit me up and was like, I was actually in San Francisco. He
Okay.
hit me up and was like, "Hey, I got this track and I got to turn it in like tomorrow." And I was like, "Bro, like, what do you mean? Like, I need at least give me 2 days. You know what I
At
mean?
least 2 days.
Can I get so he gave me 2 days and the song was called Jazz is Dead, right? And
Okay.
the thing is, this is the thing. I play drums, I produce beats, I write songs, I rap,
Yeah.
but I don't really think of it like a bunch of different things anymore. They're all related, they're all levels of rhythm and harmony and language. And so I I was like, man, this ain't easy. Like this ain't an easy topic. I gotta figure out how to come at this verse in a way that makes sense,
Yeah.
not only for the song, but also for me and how I feel about it. So my verse, actually, if you listen close to the verse,
Mhm.
I'm dealing with the subject, but I'm dealing with it in a very nuanced way, meaning like I'm not just saying jazz is dead,
Right.
like it's over with, but I'm trying to like I'm also trying to say like for what I believe jazz to be, right? For my definition of it, which is more of a I think of it like the African American spiritual mysticism music, like that's how I relate to that word, right? So I'm thinking about bringing that spirit back to life and bringing that spirit back to the ears of the youth, and if I'm lucky enough, to the mainstream. It's like I'm trying to that's why I start the verse. I bring death to life. I'm the jazz Lazarus. So on the one hand, I'm saying it's dead, but on the other hand, I'm saying we creating magic and bringing things back into perspective that may have gotten fallen out of perspective via, you know, capitalism and opportunism. You know, we're trying to get to something real.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Roberta Flack said, you know, trying to find something real.
I know that's right. So jazz, yeah, man, I love that track.
Thank you.
Here are some of the lyrics you go on to say. Jazz is dead. We don't give a blank what they said. No, we don't. All right, for the music, only our people bled. I'm owning all my masters. Hear me, jazz is dead. Born from the Black intellectual mind, swinging with that Afro beat in J Dilla time, bruh.
Now, but hold up though. That's Theo's verse.
Is that Theo's verse?
Don't
Okay,
get it
solid.
twisted.
Okay.
Theo rapped the first verse, but
Wow.
I'll give you a couple lines from my verse too,
Okay,
if you
good.
want to hear it.
Yes.
I said, I bring death to life, the jazz Lazarus. I lounge in the whole house. My name is a perfume. She moved like a saint, but the dance cadaverous. Heard she sing songs on the stage of the full moon. Listen to it, the philosophical music. Learn a couple words. You might even get to do it. Mass produce the habits and rhythm. Leave me in the dark with a match and a prism. You got a diploma, but gotta get paid. You laughing and smiling, but dancing in chains. You could be the death of me.
Yes. Yeah.
That's my verse.
That's yours. So you got to write that in a day or shorter.
Yeah.
Submitted that day.
Yeah. That took me like a good 45 minutes.
Yeah. Solid, man. Man, I love talking to you, bro.
Likewise, man.
And man, you can talk to me anytime. Anytime you coming this way, say, yo, E, rhythm, bro. Let me get a word in.
I gotta get you in the I gotta organize. Well, I'm getting organized, but I gotta make sure to put you in the thing. So when I type in Bay Area, I know to hit you first.
Exactly. I want to give a shout out to Jesse Cutler for hooking us up.
Yeah, what's up, Jesse, man? Shout out to Jesse, man.
Definitely, bro. Is there anything else you want to say before I let you go? Let's give those dates one more time. How about that?
Yes, I would love to say that one more time. Remember, people, this is not a everyday thing. This is a rare opportunity. Slide through and come celebrate with your boy February 22nd, San Jose. And what's the venue? I forget the name of the venue, but maybe you could.
Give me one second. Oh, I got it right here. You're gonna be at the break room.
The break room, that's right.
San Jose Break, a solid venue. It's yeah. It's a cool spot south of First District, downtown San Jose. Lots of eateries around. So come on, man.
Tickets available online. If you can't find the tickets, just show up. They'll tell them Kassa said come.
I know that's right. That sounds so cool. Yeah. San Jose, Winterfest, always a blast.
Yeah.
You can check it out there. And if you just happen to miss that, catch his 3-day run a couple of days before up in San Francisco at the Black Cat.
Yes, Black Cat, February 16 to 19. And much love to anybody that hears this, yo. Everybody hearing this, man, just keep staying strong, keep doing your thing, yo. And I look forward to it, yo. Much love.
All right, I appreciate you, Kassa. Thank you so much, brother.
All right now.
And I'll ping you online, let you know all the details when people can hear this. All right.
Right now. Peace and love.
Thank you, brother. Okay.